Hello, everybody, and welcome to Inside the Game. My name is Gonzales. It is my absolute honor to be chatting right now, straight from Australia. Seven-time All-Star and now NBA legend, LaMarcus Aldrige. Good day to you, LaMarcus. I mean, just to utter those words, NBA legend, I don't know how it strikes you now and how you take it, and have you really thought about it? And what do you think about being called now an NBA legend?
It's an honor for sure. I don't think about it because I don't really think about myself in that way. You know, I feel like I had a good run, blessed to do things that I've done, but I definitely don't look at it that way. But I'm highly thankful, for those kind of things.
Right. One of the things that obviously I personally admire is that stroke of yours. It's just beautiful. I mean, so many times I've tried to emulate it myself. Back to the basket, pivot, face up, pull up. It's not looking as good as yours, obviously, but I always wondered about, okay, who did you idolize in the NBA and who did you pattern your game? Or it can be two different individuals, I don't know, or maybe one. Can you tell us?
Yeah, so I think NBA fans will definitely see this. So I took three guys, and I wanted to take something from all three. So I took high release from Rasheed Wallace. So when I did my fadeaway, I had it up high. I took the fadeaway from KG. He's the infamous fadeaway guy. And then I took going to the middle to create the fadeaway from Tim Duncan. Tim loved to get to that right hand, loved to get to the middle, get to the basket. He was always hard to stop going to the middle. So I took that from Tim and I put, it all together. That's how I made my shot.
And Tim loved using the bank too. Every now and then you would use the bank too. Yep. I see the KG thing, little shimmy, fade away to the right hand, and then Rasheed, of course. I mean, how are you going to block that shot?
If I took one thing from three Hall of Famers and I could master it, then I should be okay.
Well, I think you're okay. Close to 20 points a game in your career, and a ton of career highs and high-scoring games. So I think you were okay. But did you ever dream about being a guard yourself prior, of course, to your NBA career? And if you did, who do you think would you resemble if you did dream or fantasize about being a guard?
I did when I was younger. Probably won't believe it, but I used to be an amazing ball handler. Like, I had crazy good ball handling skills. I wanted to be like a Tracy McGrady type player where, you can handle the ball, you can go off the dribble, like Vince Carter, those guys who had the handle. And then, when you go to college, they kind of make you to, in what they want you to be. So I feel like slowly I kind of lost my ball handling skills, but I feel like I showed it every now and again in the NBA. I would bring it out every now and then, but I definitely had the guard mentality when I was younger. I was a great ball handler. I brought the ball up the floor. In 8th grade, we had no point guard, so I would bring it up the floor. I could definitely dribble well back then, but I'm still decent now, but not as good.
Oh, I bet. I'm not questioning that part. 7-time All-Star, multiple All-NBA selections, a ton of highlight games. Have you had time to think about, what are the things that really stood out in your career?
You're trying to make me get emotional on this thing, aren't you?
I'm sorry, man.
No, not yet. I don't think it's really hit me yet that, I'm done and to start doing the whole reflecting thing. I think I'm just kind of coasting right now and kind of, taking it day to day. It's always some quick moments that pop out that, I appreciate, being in Portland and, becoming an All-Star and, having that city embrace me and, becoming who I am as a player and a person in Portland was very important to me. And then being able to go home, be in Texas and be a part of that amazing franchise and be close to Austin and see my family and friends more. That stands out to me too because, I had always wondered and, kind of dreamed about playing for the Spurs because I'm a Texas guy. So those two moments right away stand out because they were very, very big moments in my life.
Okay, LaMarcus, you mentioned San Antonio. Obviously, you were engaged in a Twitter conversation about Victor Wembanyama and being a skills coach or teaching him some things. If you had the chance, you would do it. What would you teach him? What would be the things that you would work on with an extreme talent like that, Wemby, if you had the chance?
Yeah, first, someone asked me, I'd say yes, but you don't need any help when you have Manu Ginobili and Tim Duncan, and Tony Bradley, those guys are Hall of Famers. You got David Robinson hanging out around there too. So when you have winners and Hall of Famers hanging around, you don't need me. So it was a question I answered it, but I'm sure it won't happen. But with a guy that's that talented, for me, I would just simplify it first to give him a base. What's your moves that you will want? Like, what's your go-to moves? And let's master that. Let's work on that move. So whether it's the first quarter, whether it's the fourth quarter, 2 seconds to go, you at least have one move that you can get to, and you can score, and you get a quality shot. And then from there, I would do a counter. And then after you get those two things down, I would just start to let him add more things that he likes to do. But I think for a guy that can do so much, I think simplifying it for him and helping him get to his spots, and I think that's going to make this game be easier.
Which made your game look easy and highly effective. Not easy to do. I'm a longtime teammate out of Portland, of course, and now joining another great big guy in Giannis Antetokounmpo with the Milwaukee Bucks from Portland. Your initial thoughts on that trade, and what would you want to say?
Happy for him. Well deserved. He's very, very loyal and gave that city and that organization everything that he could. But as as you get older and your window of your prime, not saying being good, but of your prime starts to close, then you want a chance to win it, to win it all. So I'm happy they did right by him, and they sent him to a great place with a great player, and I feel like they have a chance to really compete for the championship. And I feel like it's a win-win. They got picks, and and he got to go where he could actually have a chance to win it all. Great player, great guy. So I'm definitely happy for him. He's earned it, and I think he deserves a real chance to win.
LaMarcus, this was a pleasure, albeit short, but I hope I get another opportunity to really do a deep dive in your career and all the other things that you do. We wish you luck in this next phase of your life, and hopefully you won't stay away from the NBA too long in some form or another. I really appreciate the time.
Thank you.